Ahojte, ja som Barborka a toto sú Roman a Mary a do Climathonu sme sa prihlásili ako študentský tím z rôznych disciplín a univerzít, pretože si myslíme, že je to úplne super šanca, ako sa zabaviť, niečo sa naučiť a tiež pomôcť Bratislave.
Ahojte, ja som Katka a toto sú moje kolegyne z týmu Ľudská a Karolina. Verím, že vďaka Climathonu môžeme premeniť naše slova, myšlienky a nápady na činy, ktoré môžu pomôcť spraviť Bratislavu ekologickejšou.
A aj tvoj nápad môže pomôcť v zmierneniu dopadov klimatickej krízy a zlepšiť naše mesto.
Tieto týmy, ako aj všetky iné prihlásené týmy, budú mať k dispozícii profesionálny mentoring, expertov z rôznych oblastí, zaujímavé workshopy a nakoniec aj dáta z mestských a súkromných organizácií.
Aj my v Habave pomáhame budovať inovatívnu komunitu na Slovensku. A preto víťazom venujeme 3 mesiace členstva, aby sme im poskytli priestor a pomohli vytvoriť podmienky, aby svoj nápad mohli rozvíjať ďalej aj po skončení mestského klimatonu.
Týmy budú súťažiť o ceny v celkovej hodnote 7 000 eur. Či ste univerzitný študent alebo pracujete v rôznej oblasti života, prihláste sa a pomôžte priniesť nové riešenia pre Bratislavu.
Vítajte v Bratislave. Bratislava je naše krásne mesto a spolu s vami môžeme nájsť riešenia na výzvy, ktorým čelíme. V novembri pripravujeme hackathon na tému klimatickej zmeny. Budeme veľmi radi, keď vašimi kreatívnymi riešeniami prispiejete k tomu, aby sme našu Bratislavu spravili krajšou a lepšou.
Climathon je globálna iniciatíva organizovaná pod záštitou európskeho programu EIT Climate Kick. Vďaka nej sa Bratislava pripojí k 145 mestám v 56 krajinách spojených po celom svete.
Making the world more resilient is not only a slogan of Swiss Re, but it's part of our daily work. We are therefore very happy to support the city of Bratislava in the Climathon, and we're looking forward to participate in the Climathon, but also to coach the individual teams.
Týmy budú počas 48 hodín riešiť dve hlavné výzvy Climathonu. Prvou je otázka, ako zapojiť a motivovať obyvateľov do pretvárania Bratislavy na mesto, ktoré by lepšie zvládalo klimatické zmeny. Druhou výzvou je riešenie problému verejnej dopravy a špecificky slabé využívanie ekologických alternatív v mestskej doprave.
Prihláste svoj tím alebo sa prihláste ako jednotlivec. Hľadáme rôznorodé tímy, či už máte IT zručnosti, alebo ste architekti, alebo nejaké biznis pozadie. Počas celého víkendu sa môžete stretnúť s expertami, či už z nášho mesta, alebo od našich partnerov, ktorí vám ukážu, ako tieto výzvy môžeme spoločne riešiť. Prídite na hackathon v novembri a poďte spraviť Bratislavu lepšou.
Humanity is facing an unprecedented crisis. COVID-19 shocked the world. But climate change doesn't wait. Inaction is not an option. It's time to act and come together. Cities and citizens are already forming a global wave of climate champions. In the last 4 years, the Climathon movement has grown from 600 to 6,000 participants across all 6 continents. And the momentum keeps on building. We need bold ambition. We need climate-resilient ideas and initiatives. We need a green recovery. Together, let's build back better. Join us on the Climathon journey. Take action. Co-create local ideas to shared climate challenges and build tangible and impact-driven projects. Get involved in shaping the future of your city. We are all in this together.
Hello everyone, we are so excited to have you all here. A lot of us are joining today online, but also a lot of us are here physically in the Hub. We are super excited to spend the next 24 or 48 or maybe 52 hours with you, depends how you count it, but I believe it's 48 hours until Sunday. So we are super excited that you joined us. This is the official kickoff of Bratislava Climathon. It's an online hackathon running this weekend. And the agenda for tonight is very simple. We want to first give you a warm welcome. Then we are going to talk about challenges. We are going to talk about the data that is available. We are going to talk about Databricks and Azure software platforms that are available for you, for your use. And then at the end, we'll talk about some practical information. And now I would like to give warm welcome to Petra Zuročinova, the Chief Innovation Officer at Bratislava.
Thank you, Michal, very much. And good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and for the whole event. It's the first ever Climathon we're doing in Bratislava, so it's very exciting for us. And before we kick off, I have some gloomy news and then some good news. So the gloomy ones are why we're talking about climate change. It's because we are threatened by it. Our civilization, our way of life is threatened by it, and we need to act now. And we want you to be part of the solution. So we've run a survey past couple of days to ask people in Bratislava how they feel about climate change. And they kind of confirmed what we already knew, that we are not really ready for climate change as a city. However, they said that Bratislava is a lovely place to live in, which is great, and also that we are open to innovation. So now it's time for you to step in to help us find solutions to bridge these gaps and create a very nice place to live that is also resilient and ready for the future. And we know that we can't do this alone because cities here, cities all around us, but there are different players that are part of the city life. Citizens is one, but also businesses, academia, and the state level. And part of this beautiful hackathon is done with our great partners, mostly Swiss Re. We're very grateful that they decided to join us. Civita to help us organize it. Hub hosting us in this beautiful space. Ministry of Environment that supported us with data and also some special surprise. Then we have Microsoft and Databricks actually helping you out with data and storage, and as well as Qgis and Climate Kick. So now it's time for Uwe to tell us more about Swiss Re.
Yeah, thanks, Petra. Thanks a lot for the introduction. Bratislava is a nice place to live in. That's something I can sign in. My name is Uwe. I'm a data scientist for Swiss Re. I'm also leading the data science team that we have here in the city. And I'm extremely proud and excited to give this introduction and to open up from the Swiss Re side. Why is Swiss Re participating in this? Why are we doing this? For Swiss Re itself, I mean, obviously, Climathon itself, the climate is a problem. That is clear thing. For Swiss Re, we are a reinsurance company, and no worries, I will not explain what that means and what we do and so on, that's really not interesting. But basically all these bad things that happen in natural catastrophes, they somehow are paid by us, so that's why we're interested. It's a very, very clear thing for us. On the other hand, I personally also have an interest because the Climathon here is focusing on the city. And living in the city, I see a lot of development. I was just walking down the new Mlinskinivi and it's looking amazing. And there's so much happening in the city that I think Bratislava is on a good way. And hackathons like this and challenges like this are helping Bratislava to come even further on that way. So with that, I'm very proud to open, not only for me, but we have a lot of colleagues from Swiss Re that contributed a lot of hard work and time, prepared all the data. You will see Lukas, for example, taking over a little bit. We also are present as mentors and in a jury later. And I would be personally very happy to talk to all of you. Hopefully, at least I get to talk to some of you. You can find us in the Swiss Re channel, where we also started already to introduce ourselves a little bit. So feel free to book us. Feel free to ask questions and feel free to also follow up, even if it's not exactly about your project. With that, I hand back to Petra for more important information.
Thank you very much, Uwe. So, from our perspective, why are we actually participating in a Climathon? We are in an exciting time where we are preparing our city-owned strategy, and it's based on SDGs. And these goals, they're Sustainable Development Goals prepared by the United Nations, and Slovakia is one of the signatories, and we as Bratislava, we voluntarily wanted to contribute to fulfilling those by 2030. And we understand that technology can actually help us get there. It can help us to solve issues in mobility, in presenting data to us as the city to make better decisions, as well as motivate citizens to act more responsibly. So we've prepared 2 challenges for you over these 48 hours. And these are, one of them is about climate change and how do we motivate citizens to actually be part of the solution rather than a problem. And second one is about sustainable mobility. Lukas will tell you more about data we have available, and I'm actually really glad that my colleagues are also participating. So let's look at the challenges. The first one, I know that some of you already chose your challenge and you already know what you're going to solve, but if you're still looking for ideas, for us, we need to look at air quality and also explaining what air quality actually means to people. We need to look at mitigating some issues when it comes to natural catastrophes. And there's a great tool from Swiss Re that you can actually use, and it's first time available to public. So please use that because it's very exciting, and I am actually very excited to look at it for my own benefit because I'm a very curious person. So the second challenge, it's about motivating people to use responsible modes of mobility. So basically public transport, cycling, walking. We ran a survey that showed us that more people are interested in walking during the pandemic, and we saw double in cycling trips over the spring period. So they're already changing their habits. We just need to nudge them a little bit more to make this sustainable and turn them into long-term habits. So there are 25 plus mentors that are actually available to you over the weekend. Use them. It's a unique combination of great people, my colleagues from data, mobility. They're developing digital products, they're architects, so please get in touch with them. There are great experts from business, Swiss Re, that will help you with data, with making sense of them, understanding them, using them to improve your product. So book them and talk to us. We are here for you. And since it's a competition, there are always awards. So we have 7 awards. You can see 3 of them on the screen. So we have a special award for student teams, and we have awards for the normal, usual teams. And we have one surprise for you as well. We've mentioned Ministry of Environment that actually came to us and said they want to award the teams that use geospatial data in the best way possible. So they're awarding extra money to the teams that are looking at this type of data. They provided us with data as well, so make sure you play with maps
It's very exciting. So, now we talk about data. Lukáš, stage is yours.
Hello everybody. I'm Lukáš Čoka from Swiss Re, where I work as data scientist, and I would like to go over the data. I'm really excited because we have so many partners, so many companies, so many city organizations that provided data and work on it. So, what I would like to showcase is that we have the first time bus and trams data, both the lines and transportation. So you can specifically see where the buses or trams were at each second. Unbelievable. Obviously, we have vending ticket machine. I was not even aware that somebody is putting this together. Small polluters, sidewalks around the city, inside the city. And also the data that if you are remote sensing expert, as such as spectral composites, residential population estimates, and so on. Additionally, there is a lot more. So we have cycling count meters, and we can go to the next slide. This is an example of our trams data. This is how the data looks like. It's a CSV. You will see many times that we have usually CSVs, shapefiles, or geotiffs. Next slide, please. And here I put a picture of the trees as points where we have on a real map from Open Maps. You can do this in Qgis very easily. We can go to next slide. So there is an Excel sheet in the channel data info where you have instructions how to access the data, instructions how to also go into these Azure storage accounts which we use to have data, but this is not the only place. And then on each tab we have new one data set. There are 19 tabs. This is not everything. We have data from with the coordination with the Ministry of Environment and Meteorological Bureau about relative humidity, air quality, and the next slide, please. And this is it. You can look at the contaminated site. You can look at sources inside Inspire data services. And additionally, we have data from satellites like Landcover and Copernicus. So, have fun. So, again, what tools and where you found this? As data overview, the main Excel sheet is in the channel data info, but also please check what is written there. Additionally, you can use Azure and Databricks. A colleague from company Databricks, Guido, will speak about that later. And we have prepared with cooperation with Microsoft also $100 Azure passes. You can use Open Data Bratislava portal. You can use a tool that you can freely download called Azure Storage Explorer if you are not technical, and then just put there the little bit of information you need and you can access it without being a programming guru. If you are a programming guru, use Databricks or anything else that you like. So how these tools can look like? On the left side, you can clearly see how Microsoft Azure Storage Explorer is. It's really, you can search, you can go through the files, you can download them, you can play with them. Additionally, on the right side, this is called a tool called Qgis, which is geographical interface, information system. Sorry for that. Here, I put a small map of Bratislava and also trees as points, just an example. Can we go to the next slide? And something which is the first time ever for Swiss Re. This tool was created over the last 40 years. Not the tool itself, like the website that you will have access to, but the data and the models behind this. This is our natural hazard atlas risk assessment. What you can see here is, again, a little bit of city and flood zones with that are very precise. I think this is on the resolution of 15 meters. You have lots of different hazards that we have there, and not just hazard, climate data, biodiversity data, and so on. We have later a workshop about this. I will tell you more. So please have a look. So after we finish today, after we finish at 7, we will have a Databricks workshop where Guido will show you how to work with Databricks, what is Databricks about, and how you can use it to connect to the data that are during this hackathon. Then at little bit later, we will have the CatNet workshop. So I will go over the tools, what are the options, how you can use it, what you can find interesting in Bratislava. And I would like to highlight 2 channels. One channel, again, data info channel, where you can find the data info, and additional channel, Databricks Tech Support, where if you want, you find help for Databricks if you are new. There are also guides already there, so you should not have a big problem. I would like to ask you, have fun over this, and I think I hand over it to Guido.
Part of this as well. I think it's a great opportunity to learn something new, do something for the greater good, and more important, have some fun. And then there's prizes, so you can even earn some money. So what else can you ask for? So yeah, my name is Guido Oswald. I'm a solutions architect for Databricks. I'm physically in Switzerland. I can't be in Bratislava because of the virus that we're all fighting at the moment. But we try our best. Michael will be with me for the weekend, and we're trying our best to give you as many tech support as we can for the Databricks platform. So what is Databricks? If you haven't heard about Databricks, we are a platform that basically unifies the usage for data scientists, data engineers, and analysts. We're a global company. We have lots of customers using it already, though it is in production. Many companies using this to train their models and doing interesting things with data. Our founders were the founders of Apache Spark. Apache Spark, you might have heard of, is the de facto framework for dealing with large amounts of data in parallel. We are a cloud-native, cloud-only platform that brings Spark as a platform, as a managed platform to our users. And we're also the founders of some other interesting projects like Delta Lake and MLflow, which are hosted by the Linux Foundation as open source projects, who help you with bringing structured data to the cloud and with structuring the process from bringing your machine learning model from exploration to production. Next slide, please. So this is the platform for the, I mean, the platform is huge, but I think the most interesting part for the hackathon here is the notebooks that we provide. Though this is a collaborative notebook, you can work on it like similar to Google Docs with multiple persons. So you can collaborate, which is especially important if you have limited time, like only the weekend, right? So we have multi-language support, so you can code in Python, in R, in Scala. You can do SQL commands directly from that, and all this I will show you in the later session starting at 7. We also have an easy way to store data in the platform, which effectively will be stored on your Azure Data Lake in the end. And of course, we have a very easy way to scale compute very easily, right? So you don't need to take care about spinning up compute resources. I will show you that it's literally a couple of mouse clicks, and then you can spin up rather large compute clusters. And the Azure passes, again, sponsored by Microsoft, will make that completely cost neutral for everybody. And then there's lots of other things we do on the right side, which are not so important. More important is you can see that we have a runtime. We provide a runtime that is not only a highly optimized Spark, but also has there is a machine learning runtime that has all the frameworks already built in. So you can install every library you want, but it has built in and optimized for all the popular libraries like TensorFlow, XGBoost, Keras, and so forth. So yeah, this is the platform. Next slide, please. This is the starting page you will see, and from there you can go into your notebooks. And again, we will have a closer look in our quick workshop at 7. If you're used to Jupyter Notebooks, you're probably familiar how this works. So you write your code and you can execute single cells, and you can change, by the way, you can have different language in each cell, right? So you can have one cell with Scala code and the next cell with Python code. That is easily possible. You can easily visualize your data, and we will have some examples later in the session as well. Next slide, please. And yeah, these are the visualizations. On the right-hand side, by the way, this is also important. You have a complete revision history. So you don't have a lot of time to care for mistakes, right? If you do a mistake, don't worry. You have a complete revision history. So you can go back in time. If you know that you have a working state at that time, you can go back there and continue from there, so you don't lose time. Yeah, that's about it. There's lots of documentation, and Lukasz already said it. We will watch. Michael and I will be watching the Slack channel, Databricks Tech Support. So if you have a question there, if you're standing, we're trying to be quick, and we can also jump into like a Google Meets quickly or so if you can't get something done. And this is the Azure Databricks documentation that I linked here. Yeah, and I hope I see you in our small workshop at 7. Thank you.
Thank you, Guido, so much. So everyone who wants to learn more, you can learn more at 7 o'clock at the webinar. We will post the link on Slack. That's very important. If you are lost or there is anything you didn't get, go to Slack. If you have any question, go to Slack. If you want to know what's happening, go to Slack. If you want to find mentors, go to Slack. If you want to communicate with your team members, go to Slack. That's like the main word of today, that all the information we are going to tell you today, everything you will find on Slack. If you have still some problems signing in, ask your friend, ask your colleague. They will definitely help you out. If nothing works, definitely you can ask also us. We'll try to do what we can. All right, so this is the hackathon. It's a competition. So at the end, we will have presentation of best 10 teams. And those 10 teams will have 3 minutes to show their solution. And they will have 3 minutes to answer any questions from the jury. So what are we looking for? In that presentation, you are going to describe your demo or some code or some visualizations of your solution, an MVP, whatever you try to do and aim to do or are able to finish during the hackathon. We are looking at 4 criteria. This is very important. First one, implementation. Is the technology and data scalable? Does it really help collect data on ongoing basis? 2, usefulness. Is it desired by residents? Is it just your dream, or actually it's a need of people in the city? Third one, innovativeness. Is there some competition on the market? Are there like other existing solutions, or is it something new and innovative that you are bringing to the table? And fourth, strategic alignment. Does it fulfill the goals of the city? So during the weekend, try to validate your concepts and your solutions as much as possible with mentors and other people that are there to help you. So we have the jury, 4 people: Michalina Benedikova, the advisor to the mayor, Petra Zurovčinová, Uwe Nagel from Swissery, and Matej Galik from Swissery. Martin Tuchyňa from the Ministry of Environment will be also looking at the special geolocation prize. Timeline. We are here, 6 o'clock, Climathon opening. As you all know, there was a deadline for registration at 5 o'clock. This is the most important thing for today. We have already received quite a few numbers of teams. I think we have more than 27 or 28 teams right now, so it's looking very good. But we decided to keep the registration going until 8 o'clock. So you can still, if you do not have a team, still try to form a team. The new deadline is 8 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, workshop, 7:45 workshop, links in Slack here. Not really. And 8 o'clock, mentoring session. Next day, checkpoint. Well, that's very important. You need to let us know, 9:30, how is it going? So we will ask you to fill in a very short form. This is the idea we are working on. So this is the next, this is the agenda for the upcoming 2 days. I'm not gonna go to details, but 5 o'clock is a pitch training, and Sunday at 2 o'clock you need to submit your final project. And from 4 o'clock or 4:30 we'll have the final presentations. So between now and 2 o'clock you have time to work on your solutions. There will be plenty of mentoring in between. Stay tuned on Slack for more details. So Slack, yeah, so this is how it looks like. There are some channels, I think you figured out by now. Announcements, very important channel. That's where announcements happen. There is some more channels about challenges. Ask Me Anything channel, also a very good one. You can, usually if you have a question, there are other people too that have the same question. Databricks Tech channel, Data channel, Swissery channels, and so on. Please edit your profiles like this. If you have a good photo of yourself or not, doesn't matter, put your photo there. And you can put there like your team name. It will just make the communication with you a little bit easier for all of us. Mentoring system. Of course, a lot of people are asking about it. It's very important. So there's a lot of mentors. So, okay, how do you actually choose which one of these great mentors you want to go to? So these mentors are divided into 3 groups. So we've got city mentors. So these are experts actually working for the city who really know about the problem and can help you when you are going to ideate and focus on like what kind of solutions you want to deliver. Then there are data mentors, mostly from Swiss Re and Databricks. They're going to help you like how to use the data, how to, if you have any issues, if you have any they can give you some tricks of how to kind of make it better and make it smooth. So definitely go to them. And then we have business mentors. These guys will help you to kind of improve your solution, improve your pitch, validate the solution, and so on. So important, there are these checkpoints where we are going to ask you about your progress. So make sure you do some progress because you don't have that much time. And in between these checkpoints, you have the mentoring sessions. So for mentoring, you sign up on a link, which you can find here, but I guess you can also find it in Slack, which is more convenient. You choose your mentor based on the profile. So you can really have a look on what's the profile of the mentor, check the LinkedIn or whatever. And then if you choose a mentor, it's very important, you put your team name there. Okay, I'll repeat this again. So you like a mentor, you think it's useful, you put the team name there, and then you put there a link to either Zoom or Google Meet where the mentor can join your team, yeah? So you as teams are going to communicate with each other. So you actively need to post here the link where the mentor will find you and connect. If there are any problems, there is Slack. You can either ask us or you can ask and get in touch with mentors directly. Right? What's important is that you sign to mentors on time and ahead. I know you don't always know which mentor you want to choose, but these guys are quite busy. They usually have their families, and it's a weekend. So please let them know as soon as possible and sign in as soon as possible if you know them, and you will avoid disappointment. You need to consult today or tomorrow morning with at least one city mentor, and you can choose at least 2 other mentors. But we have plenty of mentors and plenty of mentoring slots, so I think if you want more, we can find some space for you. But definitely at least do those 3, and then get in touch. If you have any problems, you are stuck, we will try to redirect you to some mentors who can give you some additional help. These are facilitators. That's myself, Martin Vesely, and Kristina Korčeková. Facilitators try to link you with the mentors that are available. So if you have any problems, you are stuck, something doesn't work, whatever, contact the 3 of us and we will try to sort it out during the weekend. That's that. If you have questions, don't ask us now. You can ask on Slack. There is channel Ask Me Anything and everything is posted there. And now I would ask our team to come here.
Hello,
and
everyone.
what do we want to do, Petra, now?
Have fun.
Have fun.
Create some great solutions. Enjoy. Send us pictures, actually. If you're talking to each other online, just make a print screen and send us a picture. Make Slack alive and just talk to us. We're here to help, and we're looking forward to the great solutions.
Yeah, so good luck to you all, and we are looking forward to Sunday.
See you at 7 at the next session if you're coming.
Good luck, enjoy, and have a good evening.
Enjoy, have a good
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good night or busy night.